What's up, everyone? It's your boy Nolan Radd89 here, bringing you another retrospective review. And as you can see by my side right here, I have the amazing Friday the 13th, 2009 remake or reboot, whatever you want to call it. This was part of that remake phase era when they were doing Halloween, Last House on the Left, House of Wax, all that kind of stuff was just popping out in the early 2000s. And Friday the 13th, this one, we're going to talk about it today. We've made our way through retrospective, reviewing all of the franchise so far, and now we're here with the one that some people don't like. This one, they really don't. I've come across some people online, I'm like, damn, they don't like this one, but man, I'm already going to tell you, I'm in the camp of this is a freaking badass movie. So we're going to get into the positives, the negatives, my rating, and then I'm going to send you all home. And of course, we're going to be talking spoilers, so if you haven't seen this film, what are you doing here? Get out of here. Come back so we can talk about it after you've seen it. Let's get into this. Roll it. The Friday the 13th, 2009 remake. Man, this is one that I was waiting for sure because I think Halloween came out already. And freaking Last House on the Left, House of Wax, The Hills Have Eyes, like all of them were just popping out. And then we finally got news of the Jason one. Had a pretty good cast with Danielle Panabaker and Jared Padalecki in this film, so it has a good cast. And then we had Derek Mears as our Jason in this film, so that's going to lead us right into the positives right away. Is Derek Mears is fucking kick-ass. He is one of the best Jason Voorhees that we've ever had. Like, he's in my top 3. He's one of the greatest performances of Jason Voorhees we've ever had. He brings this new ferocity and intensity to the role that we've never had, because usually Jason's very kind of, he's more intense than Michael. I'll give you that. He's still more intense than Michael, but even back in the day, Jason was more like very long steps, you know what I mean? Still that stocky manner, you know, heavy breathing, and this Jason is more fierce. He's more vicious. He's there to kill you. He's going to run. He's going to grab you. He's going to tear through doors or rip floors apart, and he's going to come at you. Another amazing thing about this film is the cast. Some people complain about the cast, and I hear that's one of the big negatives when it comes to this film. But the cast in this film is amazing. Plus, that adds into the fact that it goes the realm of being different and having kind of a fake-out cast in the beginning, first like 12 minutes. And all of them are fun to be around too and really entertaining. And Jason Voorhees dispatches them so freaking quick. And then we're introduced to a new cast, and I still have more interesting and fun vibes too with them. They have, like, you know, Jared Padalecki here as looking for his lost sister, who's part of the original, you know, group and everything. And then we have Danielle Panabaker and her crew with her asshole boyfriend and kind of the, you know, the usual suspects, as we would call them in a Jason film. But the characters are all interesting, you know, silly potheads, cool best friends, of course the slutty chick and the asshole boyfriend, the virgin girl, and, you know, all of the characters I think land pretty good in this film. Another thing is the kills. The kills are very inventive, and to add to the inventiveness, they are shot creatively. So we have amazing cinematography that adds to the kills. My favorite one, to be honest, is the kill where Jason Voorhees jumps down off of the roof and gets the cop and stabs him through the door, and the camera swings around, panning to the other side to catch the character's reaction. Oh man, that's what I mean. This film is creative and amazing. It does something really special, is it's able to take the Friday the 13th franchise, and it basically combines, I want to say, the first 3 films, because there's not a lot of story content in those old 80s films. I love them to death. Like, I love these to death. But I'm not going to lie to you. There isn't a lot of story content when it comes to those first 3 Jason Voorhees films. The story can be packed into about 5 pages. So this film takes those 3 films and kind of squishes them into a more compact, fast-paced, more aggressive story that has amazing cinematography, a badass freaking Jason, and oh man, like I said, the acting I think does very well. I'm totally on board with this film and have been since it's come out. It's still in my top 5 favorite Jason films, because the Friday the 13th remake, man, this film goes. Now let's get into the negatives, because there are a couple negatives I have with this film. They're not huge, but there's a couple. My main negative is I really do hate the ending of this film. Like, that's what kind of sucks, is kind of knocks this film down from being in the top 3 or like number 1 spot or something like that, is because I do hate the ending of this film. Like, I don't mind when they dispatch Jason in, they wrap the chain around him and he gets dragged into the thing, and you see him like getting torn up in his head, and they're staring at him, Jared Padalecki and his sister, and they're looking at him. Like, I didn't mind that at all. I thought that was very fine, and that was cool, and you could have sent us off, but they go the whole route of, let's throw his mask in the lake, and let's kick his body in the lake, and then we do the fake out, and like, or not the fake out, but the ending, kind of copycatting the first one, a new style from that, you know. But it just, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? It just carried on too long. Once he was dead that first time, or we assumed he was dead, being dragged into that thing, I was cool with that. Keep it right there. And that's literally kind of where I want to stop this movie, because everything after that I feel is just tacked on, added stuff. Another negative for me, and this is just kind of a nitpicky one, this isn't a big deal, but I think the comedy in this film doesn't land very well. Like, I actually prefer a lot of comedy in a lot of the other Friday the 13th films compared to this one. I don't mind the characters, but I think some of the comedy moments just kind of take away from some of the scenes and stuff like that, and make it, like, you know, less violent, less horrific. But this is still, in my book, a top-notch freaking reboot, remake. Like I said, this is honorable to be called, you know, a remake to that original one, because like I said, it does such a good job and adds new elements to Jason Voorhees. The look and style of Jason Voorhees is cool. Like I said, the kills, there is some really good acting in this film. So yeah, this film does kick butt, and it can do really good. So Friday the 13th, the remake, in my book, for a rating, it's going to get the 9 out of 10. Like I said, the only thing that keeps it from getting that 9 out of 10 is that little ending spot. And, you know, some of the comedy doesn't really land for me. But, yeah, still, this is a badass slasher movie that I totally recommend checking out. If you haven't seen it, like, what are you doing? Like I said, get out of here and go watch this film, because it's pretty badass. Thanks for sticking around with me, all, for another retrospective review as we talked about Friday the 13th from 2009. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this film. Are you fond of this film? Or are you like, not on board with this movie? I would love to hear from all of you so we can chat about it. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing on the channel. Have a safe and happy day, everyone. Peace out.